Right, so as promised, here's a tour of my van that I've just built. This is a Renault Master DC High 165. It's 2016 model. On the outside, well, I've tried to keep it as stealth as possible just so we can camp on streets or whatever if need be, and people don't think it's too much like a camper van, even though you can just see the taller panels on the roof and obviously the hatches. But yeah, not much else on the outside. I've kept the windows down to minimum, which I'm kind of regretting in a way. I think we could do with a window here at the back, but maybe change that later. It's got the only modifications, or main modifications it's got, is on the back suspension. I've got some airbags on there just to keep it pumped up higher and help with the weight on the back. So it rides a little bit high, which is really nice actually. Okay, let's go inside and I'll show you inside. Okay, so slide it on this side. Oh, the other thing that sort of gives it away is I've got this on the roof here, the awning that pulls out. That's the only thing on this side. In the door, where to start? So on the back here, these are just vents for the cooker, just to get some air in underneath it, and the water fill point. They even put that on the inside so it's not so obvious as having it on the outside. And here is just power if we want to sit out and we need power, say for the TV or something or whatever. I've got some power there. So yeah, this water fill point, there's under the van, there's two tanks. There's a fresh water tank and a grey water tank. The fresh water holds 80 litres, the grey water holds 60 litres. Because it's illegal just to let grey water out into the street. You have to store it and obviously dispose of it properly. Yeah, so we'll leave that there. This side here, obviously when I bought the van, it was just a empty, well, we gutted out what was in here. It was just an empty shell when I started. So I built this wall here to separate the cab from the back here. Built a door through. They actually put a mirror on it, so we've got a mirror on the door there. This door opens and just goes through to the driver and passenger seat in there. Above the driver and passenger seat, there's room in here. We just keep things like blankets, coats, that sort of thing in there, because it gets warm in there. It's not that well insulated up there. Down on the floor here, this is under the driver's seat in the front. There's a diesel heater, so in the winter it's a bit cold. You turn it on in the back here and it blows hot air through here. Heats this back up in less than 5 minutes. It's really nice. It's plugged into the van's diesel, so both the cooktop and the diesel heater are plugged into the diesel tank. This, even though it looks like a electric ceramic hob or something, it actually works off the diesel heater. I've got two hot plates on here that heat up. The rubber dials on the front here, you have to turn it on and then set the temperature. Just another vent for it here, because we found when I first took it on a test run, it got really hot. It actually overheated a couple of times because it needs air underneath it to help cool it down. So I've just put some extra vents in, which seems to have worked. Keep going from the front here. So in the roof, got this fan that works, blows in and sucks out, which is great. Especially on the night, a lot of the time we'll have this one sucking out, and we've got a vent at the back that pulls air in and just keeps the van so cool. The great thing about this as well, I can leave it open even if I'm not in the van, and it's if it starts raining, it's got a little sensor on it. It'll actually shut itself so it doesn't get wet in here, which I really love. The shower, which I built myself, it's a fiberglass frame. It's been fitted in. It's not a massive shower, but it's big enough. Got hot and cold running water in here. Drain through the bottom into the grey water tank, of course. Also, this is where we put the toilet. We've just got a portaloo. Obviously, that's not in there at the moment, but yeah, that's what we use as a toilet. Just starting on the floor. So just the floor's all insulated and boarded, and then it's got this lino on top. and you can see the blue lights there, just LED strip lights around. Nice on a night because you can actually dim them down, so we either have it on red or blue. It can be red, blue, green, yellow, orange, purple, all sorts of colours. But found red or blues nice on a night. If we're going out and just leave them on, so when we come back you can see in. Yeah, where next? So this top I made, got a bit of wood and shaped it the right shape, rubbed it down, varnished it. Got about 10 coats of varnish on there. Then the sink obviously is here. The bit I cut out for the sink I've turned into a little chopping board, so I can just use that as a chopping board. Again, the sink's got hot and cold running water. Up here is just, this is just power. If you can plug like your phones or anything else into USB ports. A little water pump, lights. It's got a light under here for cooking, and we've got one up here as well, which just goes above the. Sorry, that's for the cooking. The other one's for if you're preparing food, so you can see. Yeah, also, the beds in. I had this mattress specially made, as you can see, it bends at the back there, so it turns into like a couch, I suppose, in the day. It's not actually pushed all the way back at the moment, but you can see here when it's in bed mode, it comes all the way up to here. But now, like this, we can use this as extra space for preparing food in the kitchen. Just gives a little bit more space there. Just splashback tiles. These are just artificial tiles I put on here. And then this side, there's a little seat in the day that we can use in the day here. And on this side, a little cupboard that I use just as a laundry, somewhere to put laundry and other stuff like that. When the bed comes out, it's got some slats in here that you just pull out. So these just pull out like that, and the bed just slides on top of them. So it can come all the way to the end. Up here, I've got 3 cupboards along here. This first one we use for food. I'll just open and show you they're all the same, but yeah, I put them on gas struts, so they open up so they're not banging on the roof. I had to set the struts properly, of course, so they all open the same, especially down this way, because this vent here, which I absolutely love this vent, it's just a big vent. It's not fully open, but it's great when you're laid in bed on a night. This is the front head of the bed here. You can actually look up with that open on a night. You can look out and stare at the stars, which is rather nice. This is also, it's got a light fit as well. 4 lights fitted onto them. I'll just leave that on, you can actually see better. And same at the bottom of the bed, just we made like it's just softer on top, so just for a bed. And this little fan here is great as well. So this one can go in any direction, 360 degrees. But it's just nice on a night. It doesn't use much electricity. I might put it on because it's a bit warm in here. But yeah, it just blows nicely onto you from the bottom of the bed. So yeah, usually if it's hot, we'll have this open on a night, sucking air in. The one at the front is blowing or sucking air out, should I say. So a nice stream of air, and then just have this one on low, so give us a bit more fresh air. So yeah, all these 3 cupboards, as I said, well, all the cupboards are on gas struts, the top ones here. This is a bigger cupboard here. Just got a lot of junk in here at the moment, I think. Just all the controls for stuff and toilet paper, tissues. Yeah, so that's all the cupboards. The roof I built with tongue and groove wood. You can't really get a good view of it from that. It took me a bit, because obviously nothing in a van is square, so they actually, as the roof comes down, it curves towards the edges. So yeah, there's a bit of work getting all that done and in place. Underneath it, it's all it's got a soundproofing and then insulation. It's got a couple of layers of insulation, so even like today, and the sun's it must be about 30 odd degrees today, and this roof's pretty cool. There's no warmth really coming through that at all. And we've just got speakers, 2 speakers, and then a light here and a light back above my head on the roof. these speakers are kick-ass. I'm so happy I got them in. It's yeah, down here on the control panel they've got this great little stereo unit. It plays a radio. You can or you can Bluetooth onto your phone, you know, like for YouTube, that sort of thing. It's also, you can plug in USB hard drives in here. You can also put in CDs or DVDs, and it connects up to the TV. So this TV just slides out like that, and yeah, so we can watch DVDs, or they connect it to the internet as well. I don't have an antenna because I don't really watch mainstream TV, so I didn't see much point in putting one in. But this TV, it swivels all the way around and pulls out. Oh, the cables are a bit tangled there, but yeah, it swivels all the way out, so it'll come level with the door here, so we can actually sit outside and watch the TV out there. So that's yeah, pretty cool, I think. All mod cons. Yeah, the other controls on here, this is just for the diesel heater I was talking about, just to turn it on and set the temperature. These two are for my electrics in the van. It's obviously a 12 volt system. I've got two 135 ampere hour batteries, so 270 ampere hours. So you can see it's full 100% at the moment, pretty much. Yeah, on the roof there's two 220 watt solar panels, so I've got 440 watts of solar charging 270 ampere hour batteries, so plenty of electricity. This up here is just an inverter, so we have got sockets, so if we want to use 240 AC things for the kitchen, especially like a blender or something like that, and just turn this on, and then it'll convert the DC power into AC, so we can plug them in and use them. And then this is just my water. It shows, so this one on this side is the grey water, it's empty at the moment, and this is the fresh water. Just shows me how much water we've got in the tanks. Switches, this is for them blue lights on the floor I was showing you. I'll just turn them off. And then this is for my roof lights here. Yeah, under the seat here. So this is pretty much the only thing I didn't make. I got a seamstress to sew me, bought the foam, and then got somebody to fit the to sew me some nice covers on here. But under here we just got two cupboards that lift up, and you put dry goods in there, cans of food, that sort of stuff, and other stuff as well. There's not really anything in here at the moment. But yeah, so that's under there. I've got a table. This is the leg for it. I don't have it in here at the moment because it just gets in the way when I'm trying to do things. But yeah, the tabletop just slots onto there, and we've got a table. Oh, down on this side. So controls for the cooktop. This is where we keep cups and plates and bowls. The bottom one is pots and pans. I made a little slide out, I suppose, pantry. Not much in there at the moment for some of the food. The other food usually lives up here and under the seat, as I said. And then under here, under the sink, we've got just a little bin. This is a water heater for the hot water system. And then yeah, just cleaning products, that sort of stuff. That's pretty much all that's under there. Next to it here, and we made a little drawer which has got knives and forks, that sort of thing, pulls out. And then my fridge, I've got an 85 litre fridge freezer. Works really well. Not much. Oh, there's a pot of hummus in there. That's it. But yeah, that works really well. Yeah, I think that's about it in here at the moment. I'm sure pretty much everything. Yeah, there is a couple of hidden compartments. I've got a safe in here, so you know, if I can keep any valuables locked up. What else? I'll show you the back of the van as well. Oh, one good thing. Let's show these. So on the windows here, we actually made these covers for the windows. So it's got like a silver reflective on one side, like a fabric on the other, and in between it's like a thick felt, I suppose. stitched it all together and put little magnets around the edges, and then it just clips into the little bit of metal I've left here, and it holds in place. And on a night we can have all the lights on inside, and from the outside you cannot see any light at all. It just looks like there's nobody in here. And of course during the day it acts as a sunblock, so it helps keep it cool in here, keeps the sun out. So I've got that on the slidey door here, and then on the two back doors there that you can't really see. Pull the bed down a bit. I'll pull it from here with one hand. Ugh. Yeah, there you go. So that's what the bed actually looks like when it's down. The two back doors. So let's go outside and have a look. Yeah. So this is, I suppose, the main thing in here for me anyways. This is where all my electrics are. I've got the two batteries at the back, the inverter at the top, my controller for the solar panels. The batteries are also charged not just from the solar panels but from the car inverter, so when I'm driving the car it'll top it up with the not the inverter, the alternator from the car alternator. And what also this does is it's linked to the actual car battery, so as well as topping up the house batteries for inside, it'll top up the main battery for the engine. So if that's running low, it'll make sure that that's topped up as well. And then just all the fuses and other things down here. Not really much to see this side. Oh, we've got this outside shower here. I've got a shower that plugs into this bit here, so we can stand outside if we've been to the beach or something like that and just have a shower out here. That's only cold water though. And then yeah, I suppose this is like a garage area. Just keep like tables and chairs, and usually my paddle boards in here, and anything that we don't really need from a day-to-day basis, we're just keeping containers in the back here. Yeah, I've been doing a bit of work, so that's why my tools are in here and nothing else is in. But yeah, I think that's about it. Yeah, as I said before, with the roof, the sides of the van are the same. They're all soundproofed and then double insulated. So it's amazing how quiet it actually is. We've slept on the side of a busy road and don't really hear the traffic. It's great. So that's it. Hope you enjoyed that. All right.